have a MacBook Air. And let's see what the description is. Mm. So it says random switches off. Okay, so random switches off, they are not straightforward repair because usually you kind of have to wait it out and see how it switches off when it switches off. But nonetheless, let's see what we can pick up. Let's see. Um, First and first, let's take on the back over. So in a repair like this one, you want to basically go into troubleshooting, which is to um, check out the logic board to see what it's looking not okay, which would potentially be the reason why it randomly shuts off. So that would be the first approach. And then afterwards, if you do not find anything that stands out, then you can now take a different approach, which is basically to now check section by section in terms of the secretary, what they're supposed to do and what they are doing as opposed to what they are supposed to do. So first and first, let's see if the device starts. And as you guys know, because of from the small JTech, we can confirm that this is a 2015 2017, and the board number is going to be 820-00165. The 820-00165, it's the same board number that is used in the 2015 and 2017. So let's see what it does. Okay, let's disconnect the battery. Okay, the device doesn't even start at all. I think what they are trying to say is the device sometimes powers on and other times it doesn't power on. So it is safe to just define this as a no power, not a random on and off. So random on and off description would be that the device works and then, oh, okay, so random on and off, not random shutdown. Ah, I see. So it's random on and off, not random shutdown. Okay, that makes sense. No, random switch off. So it's not the same. It's not the same. Random switch off is not the same because we see that it doesn't even start at all. So let's try to power the machine, see what happens. Nothing. So I'm trying to. So that's the power button. Nothing is happening. Okay, nothing is happening. So this is a random on. Um, so basically, what they try to define is sometimes the device powers on, and other times it doesn't power on. Okay, so yeah, that has been established. The next thing we want to do is we want to check out our board and then define exactly what is going on, and then we can take it from there. Another thing we can quickly do after the battery is out is we want to see what state the device is in. That would point us to exactly what to do when the board is out. So I'm going to take the battery out and then see what state the device is in by checking what we have on our PP bus, what we have on our SO rail. Okay, let's check that. See what we have on our PP bus. Oh yeah, let's open up the board view for this. 820-00165. Um, there you go. So 820-00165. That's what we have. Let's go to the other side of the board. So this is pretty much we flip the board to the other side. It's just a representation that is U0500. That is the CPU. That is a slot for the SSD. That is a slot for the Wi-Fi card, and that is the connector for the screen. So just so that you guys know where we are. Okay, so now let's see what we have on our PP bus. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to define the state of the device, which will help us, which will point us to the right direction when we eventually take out the board. So let's see what we have on our PP bus. PP bus is 8.5, and then on the other side, 8.5. Okay, so we don't have a short on our PP bus, and the PP bus is basically we're getting 8.5 on our PP bus, which tells us that our SMC at that level is fine. We do not have issue with the SMC not allowing our computers to move from 8.23 to 8.56. So that's fine. Then the next thing is, let's see if we have anything on our SO rail that we can compare from this inductor here, L7520. Let's see if we have any voltage on that rail. A voltage on that rail, a voltage on L7520 will mean that we are in SO state. The device is partially powering on. Let's see what we have there. And yes, we are definitely in SO state. So the device is partially powering on. However, we can see that our fan is not spinning. So now that is, I mean, that pretty much explains also why this would sometimes turn on and other times it wouldn't turn on. So what we're having now, it's the device is making its way into SL state. However, one or two sections of the board may be preventing the device from fully starting, which is why we don't have a fan spin and we don't have the device doing what it's supposed to do. So, and I can also feel the body is a little warm also. So what we want to do now is we want to check out the board and see what section of the board on the other side has been affected and why the device is not starting as it should. So by measuring by defining the state, at least it gives us an idea of what state the device is in and what to look out for. So when you're disconnecting the Wi-Fi antenna cables, be very careful not to break the clips. Important. As I did mention in our previous video. Now this is not good. Let's see this. Whoever did closing of this machine, this is not good. So what they did was, you see this, the screw almost broke the cable. So the thing you should do is while you're putting this together, the screw should go first before the wire goes over it. So when you put the wire and then put the screw, you may damage the wire. I mean, this is not good because when this is damaged now, the entire screen has to be opened in order for the cable to be replaced. So whoever put this together before did a wrong job. So the screw has to go first before the cable goes over it, not the other way around. Okay, so that is that. The board is out on the shell. Let's put the shell aside and then have a look on the other side of the board. Visual inspection, see what exactly is happening and why our board is partially. Okay, so okay, now next thing we want to do is we want to dust the board to get a better view of what's happening on the board. Okay, what do we see? What do we see? So usually, when I am scanning through my board, so this is definitely a 2017 and not a 2015. And the reason why I say that is because it's a 1.8, so not a 1.6, and also the image processor that is used, which is the webcam processor that is used, it's very much similar to the SMC. The 2015s would use a similar chipset like the PCH on on other models. So what I usually do in scanning the board, I will either start from the right to the left or I start from the left to the right, just to make sure that I do not miss out anything. So usually the type of issue that we are having, um, um, I would. So one thing that stands out, it's this here. I'm just gonna show you guys. So Q 8150 is what stands out. But then what seemed to be, so I'll show you guys that. So this is Q. This is Q8150 that stands out. So that component, you will have VM1 Q4 base, you have SOP good, BJT, you have OSIS power good. So basically, but then the pin that seems to have a bit of corrosion. It's a pin that it's not connected. It's so which is this one not connected, which is pin 8. However, that may be an indication that there is something underneath it. So what we want to do is, before we go any further, we want to give it a bit of. We could reflow it, and then we could also just replace it. So first thing, okay, let's just replace it. Let's replace it, and then because it doesn't look suspicious, let's replace it, and then see what happens afterwards. It doesn't seem to have any type of missing pad, so which clearly shows that that may not be our problem. But nonetheless, let's see what happens with it replaced. When you have a problem at that section of the board, that would definitely make the board behave in that manner, which is the board will partially be in a state, but um, will not fully be in an operable condition. Okay, so that is that. Just so that okay, I'm just gonna put this back here. Okay, so that is replaced. Now let's see what happens. See if we still have the same. Okay, that's it. That was our problem. So QH150 was basically our issue, and also that also explains why sometimes the device will work and other times the device will not work. So that's yeah, that's pretty much what our problem was. Just clean up the board and yeah, let's see that. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to see if at least we have see if the device is posted. I always make sure I clean up my board because I don't want to leave traces of I don't want to leave traces of soldering paste on my board. Let's see if our device is posted. We get a fine screen. The next thing I want to see is the device posted. So to confirm the state of the device in terms of whether it's posted or not, I do not need to connect everything. All I just need is the screen and the DC jack. That will do the magic. So I just want to see it. Just want to see if I have Apple logo. So I just need the screen connected, and that's it. I don't have to connect anything else. Okay, I have a front screen. Let me now see if I have Apple logo. Okay, yes, that's it. We have an Apple logo. So it may be a little bit slow because of the trackpad not being connected in booting, but yeah, pretty much this is what we wanted to see. The device powers on, and then we have Apple logo. This is gonna go through this the standard testing phase, and then the device will be finalized, and this can go to a happy client. So that is gonna be at the end of this repair. We will now move on to the next one.